Goals, chances, controversy, thrills and spills. This game had just about the lot. The first spill from Alan Combe went unpunished, to the relief of the Kilmarnock defence. This was a bizarre day with strange things happening, such as Colin Nish conceding a corner from 30 yards or so. A gift for United, but one they passed up despite Miller's cute front post flick. Colin Samuel unable to take advantage at the far post. A more effective corner at the other end saw Stephen Naismith flying in for the opening goal. Chalk up another one for the next hottest property down Rugby Park Way. Naismith only one attacking the ball and gaining a reward. United again came close themselves from a set piece. Miller once more the target, this time off target. Jim Jeffries is beginning to get the praise he deserves for the work he's done in Kilmarnock, and while Chris Boyd received all the plaudits earlier in the season, the gaffer reckons the unsung hero of the team is Alan Johnston. He almost became the hero of the afternoon. Killie have continued to score goals since the departure of Boyd. Few have been as spectacular as the one that extended their lead. Naismith again the scorer. No wonder his teammates were queuing up to acclaim the strike. This could have gone anywhere. It finished in the net, and Killie were 2 up. That lead was protected by Combe, who was brilliant in keeping out Charlie Mulgrew. No doubt United were feeling sorry for themselves at half-time. They would surely have felt they should have scored, and perhaps a feeling of injustice accompanied them into the second half. The sleeves were rolled up, the ball was punted into the area and then guided past Combe by the head of David McCracken. This just his second goal of the season. He did well to get power into the header. Not a lot Combe could do about it. 4 minutes later, it was a case of light the blue touch paper as United pushed for a second. Good refereeing from Ian Brines in allowing the advantage on the wing, but should he have allowed the goal to stand when Derek McInnes shot into the corner? The Kilmarnock players incensed as Combe's view was restricted by David Fernandez. Either this was a bad decision by the referee or a good decision on a bad law that needs to be changed. Fernandez might not have touched the ball, but he was surely interfering. If he wasn't deemed to be, it's time to rethink the offside law. Naismith gave the home defence something to think about. Killie, of course, still harbouring thoughts of a finish in the top 3. Naismith will play an important part for them, but this time he got his bearings all wrong. Referees have a hard job, it's true, but Mr. Brines was having a tough afternoon already and made things worse by missing a blatant handball by Colin Nish. The reaction of the United players tells its own story. This should have been a penalty for the home side. Kilmarnock almost turned it to their advantage. It took an unbelievable save at the end of an unbelievable afternoon to keep the scores level.
I think the ball that's come in, I think to everybody it clearly looks offside. You know, I think it was Fernandez that dummied it. To suggest it's this rule again, to suggest that he wasn't interfering with play, for me is nonsense.
They said we were a wee bit fortunate enough to get the second one with Fernandez maybe putting the goalkeeper off, but we'll see the highlights, and then I can't believe we never got a penalty. But hey, that's life, innit?
Ben, you're a Killie fan. It seems that the Old Firm are your bogey teams this season. You've beaten everybody else but lost every time against Celtic and Rangers. Can that change? The 2 games you've got left against Celtic and the one against Rangers?
Yeah, I think it can. I think we just need to stop sitting back so much and hanging back. We just need to really go at them, play the great football we've been playing against the rest of the SPL all season. Well,
young Naismith were braced there at the weekend. JJ after the game saying you've got to take it as a point gained away, even though you lost 2 goals and should have had 3 points. But
yeah, we should have taken the 3, but dodgy decisions by the referee, definitely.
Seems to be a weekend for refereeing decisions. Jim, can Killie take points off the Old Firm between now and the end of the season?
Well, that's the big question, Bill. They haven't done so far.
No, they haven't, and they always seem to push. Well, they've pushed Rangers close down at Rugby Park, the 3-2 game. They've pushed Celtic close, they lost 1-0 down there. They have to take the step up, but I think they look like the kind of team capable of beating everybody else, and who'll probably accept that a bonus, you know, you get a bonus if you get any points off the Old Firm. And I think to be where they are with the resources they have is fantastic.
2 first-half goals from Kilmarnock on Saturday, both from Naismith. Andy?
What an exciting talent he is, and he's had a terrific season, stepped up to the mark, taken on a lot of extra responsibility, really attacked that ball in the 6-yard box for his first goal. And this second one, yeah, there's an element of luck to it, but I think he tried to guide it towards goal.
Benefit of the doubt, Bill, surely.
I think he was knocking it back into the mixer, but that's the old strikers union, innit?
Got to give him credit for that, surely.
Well, Dundee United pulled a goal back through David McCracken. Andy?
Yeah, David McCracken, I think, is someone who can head the ball, and you see here, he gets a bit of pace on it, wonderful cross in, and he directs it right away from the goalkeeper, and that got them back in the game.
Well, that got them back in the game. This is the controversial second goal. Bill, firstly, from your point of view.
Well, it looks at first glance that it's a stick-on offside. However, Judge Walker might tell you different.
I don't think he's offside. If you look in the far end of the picture there, I think there's a Kilmarnock defender running out from the byline, and I don't think he was offside. So I think Ian Bryan's got this one right. You can see him there at the top of the picture.
Okay, it's James Fowler.
And Fernandez just let it go. So I think the referee got that right. But, Jim, the penalty incident thereafter, I mean, that's inexcusable. How can you miss that?
Well, let's have a look at this handball. It really is unbelievable that this was not spotted as a handball, and no wonder those United players all round the referee, Bill.
Do you know, players get booked all the time for dissent, and referees are reacting to the fact that players are so incensed by decisions like that. That could not be clearer. That's Prusov in the European games, the same thing.
It's Joe Jordan, Andy.
Yeah, but no one calls him a cheat.
No, that's true. Nobody ever calls Joe Jordan a cheat. But a good point gain for Kilmarnock there.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, they're gathering points at home and on their travels, and they've had a wonderful season. I think they do have to try and maintain that. They took a real, knock, losing all the goals from Chris Boyd. But everyone else, Gary Wales, Paul Di Giacomo's now back fit. So it's great to see Stephen Naismith still scoring goals.
Indeed, and next up for United, of course, it's Rangers at Tannadice at the weekend.